And just last week, we saved a client $9,000.
Are you thinking of making a move, but you're stuck and you're frozen because of how large your payout penalty is? Well, I got Lindsay here, and we have some really interesting facts that we're going to talk about because you've, I'm going to say, uncovered a little secret that could really help a lot of you who are considering making a move, but realizing how big your payout penalty is.
Yeah, we've seen some crazy high payout penalties because, as I was saying, December of 2018, interest rates were 3.5%.
Yeah.
And now we're 2% cheaper than that. So yes, everyone wants to take advantage of that because that's a huge, I think it's almost like, what was it, $6,500 in interest alone savings per $100,000. So
it's a lot.
That's a lot of money, right? So
a lot of money.
We've got people wanting to move. However, again, they're stuck.
Yeah.
So what we found is that if you're with one of the big 5 banks, so the charter banks, so that's Scotiabank, BMO, CIBC, RBC, I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing?
RBC, TD.
TD. If you're with any of those charter banks, there's kind of a workaround in calling them, finding out what your penalty is. And then from there, asking them what the rate would be to blend it. So you want to blend your interest rate with what you currently have to what the new rate is.
Okay.
And then asking them, okay, that's fabulous. Now, just so you know, you want to see what that mortgage penalty will be. And just last week, we saved a client $9,000. $9,000.
That's crazy.
But
you said before it was from like a $10,000 payout penalty to $1,000 change.
It was insane.
Is that because you're porting the mortgage, or is that because...
Well, you can port the mortgage, but your rate, when you blend the interest rate, it's still going to be a little bit higher than what we just saw, current rates of 159.
That's nuts.
Even let's call it 199 for any conventional financing. So it's just based on what they're blending the posted rate, because the posted rate last year was a lot higher than it is today. So that's how they're that's how they're calculating that interest savings. There's lots of ways that you can get to decrease that mortgage penalty is, if you take advantage, we always say, if you can, take advantage of your prepayment privilege. Not many people I know have an additional 20, 30 grand sitting in their bank account to put towards their mortgage. So that's not typically an option. So what we're saying is call the bank, call your charter bank, find out what that penalty is, blend your interest rates, and see the difference that it makes in your penalties.
So what I hear you saying is the steps. Make a call to your bank.
Yes.
You got to be with the big 5.
Yep.
TD, RBC, BMO, Scotia,
CIBC.
And CIBC.
Yeah.
I forgot one too now. Call one of them. You have to have your mortgage with them.
Yeah.
If you want to move and you want to move up. And find out what the blended rate would be on you adding to that mortgage, not what porting the current mortgage is and adding a second mortgage. That's different.
Totally.
And then step 2 is then taking that's an information sheet. That's what we'll call it.
Yeah.
Information sheet that'll give you the number and it'll tell you your payout penalty or the change to do that. And then step 2 is to call the lawyer.
Well, you can call the lawyer or just, again, speak to a broker.
Okay.
Honestly, this is where a broker is going to come in handy because our rates are a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
So we can walk you through those stages. And when we instruct the lawyer, when we give them the instructions, then that's when, and we'll tell them to order it early so that we can ensure that your rate or your payout penalty is still the same no matter what happens with interest rates.
Cool.
Yeah. Because as interest rates decrease,
totally,
your penalty is going to get higher.
Yeah.
So timing is of the essence in trying to figure this out. But I think the big thing that we wanted to get across is that you don't need to be halted by
options.
Looking. Just because you have a huge penalty, let's investigate it so that we can figure out, does it financially make sense to even, again, $1,000.
Yep. It makes huge sense.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great things with that.
Yeah.
So if you are making that move and considering making that move and your payout penalty is large, there's options. You can give Lindsay a call.
Yep.
if you'd like,
Absolutely.
or email. What's your best number?
So phone number is 403-703-3019. You can find us at spiremortgage.ca. And of course, email is just Lindsay, Lindsay, at spiremortgage.ca.
Perfect. Well, that's what we have for you guys today. Any questions, put them in the comments below, and we will see that as well. So enjoy your day. Let's save some money. Let's figure out how we're going to do this, and we are out.